Hello guys, welcome back to your channel 1000 Manga Recap. In the last episode, Wu Chen was teasing Li Ruobing. Now let's move forward. We see Li Ruobing sitting on a chair. Su Ruiwen comes and asks, "Miss Li, why are you alone?" Li Ruobing replies, "He left first to take care of something." Su Ruiwen says, "Well, about Mr. Wu, I think there's something we need to talk about." Li Ruobing asks, "Uncle, what do you want to ask about?" Su Ruiwen replies, "It is said that Miss Li regards Wu Yurong as her idol and respects her very much. I don't know what your current relationship with Miss Wu is." Li Ruobing says, "Yes, she used to be my idol. Now, I just feel like she's a slut." Su Ruiwen is surprised. Li Ruobing continues, "It seems that Boss Su already knows about Mr. Wu's relationship with the bitch." Su Ruiwen, surprised, says, "That means, you know that too." Li Ruobing says, "My Mr. Wu loves to play. In addition to Wu Yurong, he also has several others. It's not a problem, after all, he will marry me in the end." Su Ruiwen nervously says, "Many lovers? Then what is the difference between him and Ding Ruilong? Why would you accept such a person? I might be old so I don't understand." Li Ruobing says, "Because he is unique. Uncle, you don't know him, so you may not understand. Wu Chen is stronger than anyone knows, he is an incredible man." Su Ruiwen says, "More powerful than anyone knows? You're not trying to say that he's some god who came down to earth, right?" We see Su Ruiwen's imagination. We return to our story. Li Ruobing smiles and says, No, uncle, look at it yourself. The Shuangqi real estate incident that everyone is discussing today was set up by Wu Chen." Su Ruiwen says, What is their relationship with Wu Chen?" Li Ruobing says, "He asked second Uncle Tang and Brother Gu to finish it within 3 days because the Shuangqi brothers had offended one of Wu Chen's lovers, Shuang Xiaodai." Su Ruiwen says, "Is the Tang family and Gu family willing to cooperate with him? For a woman, he took down a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate in 3 days?" Li Ruobing says, "Wu Chen loves his women very much. Although he never promised anything, it is hard for outsiders to imagine what he has done for his women. And it seems like he just made a new move." Li Ruobing shows her phone and says, "Uncle, take a look at this." Su Ruiwen asks, "What's going on? Which one of his lovers did he do this for?" Li Ruobing sadly says, "Indeed, his new lover, and Menglan. Some time ago, Huzhou Media targeted Menglan by leaking the audio of her new album and her scandalous affair with the talented musician Chen Wu, who is Wu Chen by the way. So now it is Wu Chen's turn to fight back." Su Ruiwen nervously says, "Chen Wu, Wu Chen." Li Ruobing says, "Wu Chen has been described online as a rare musical genius, but in fact, he was just playing around casually, perhaps just to make Menglan happy." Su Ruiwen says, "Then, Miss Li, more than 10 days ago, Qingying got the majority support at the board meeting. Was that also Wu Chen's way of trying to make Qingying happy?" Li Ruobing says, "Uncle is right, Wu Chen arranged all of it by himself." Su Ruiwen asks, "So, Qingying is also Wu Chen's lover?" Li Ruobing says, "Uncle, since you could ask me this question, I think you already have an answer in your heart." Su Ruiwen is surprised. Su Ruiwen asks, "How long has it been?" Li Ruobing replies, "Not long ago, it started from the day Wu Chen took Qingying away from the golf course. That should be their first time meeting." Su Ruiwen says, "He confronted my wife the first time they met, and Qingying ended up seizing power on the board of directors the next day. What courage and means. He thinks, but will my heir become a mistress without a proper title? My Jinfo group, which is worth tens of billions, is being scammed away by a gigolo? No way." Li Ruobing says, "Uncle, you're not thinking about arranging a blind date for Qingying again to get rid of Wu Chen, are you? I think it's better to not do that, uncle, because it could lead to death." Su Ruiwen angrily says, "How ridiculous. What? If as her father I don't allow her to become his mistress, he'll kill me?" Li Ruobing says, No, uncle misunderstood me. Not you, but those so-called blind dates. Whoever dares to meet Qingying will die." Su Ruiwen says, "Is that right? It seems that Ding Ruilong isn't dead yet, is he? Or is Qingying more important in Wu Chen's heart than Miss Li?" Li Ruobing says, "Ding Ruilong won't survive through this year. A few days ago he came to Donghai and almost lost his right hand, he had to run away quickly." Su Ruiwen is wondering. He thinks, the incident of Ding Ruilong almost becoming disabled caused a stir. I thought it was a hype from the Li family, but surprisingly, it turned out to be true. And to think that Ding Ruilong, who is regarded as the best of the younger generation of the big families, can't even beat Wu Chen. Su Ruiwen says, if Ding Ruilong dies, there will be a reshuffling of power among several major families in the country. The Li family may rise or fall. Are you just going to let Wu Chen cause such a disaster? Li Ruobing says, "Actually, my father met with Wu Chen alone a while ago, and since then, he has only talked to Wu Chen about family matters." Su Ruiwen, surprisingly, thinks, that is to say, Li Maoren acknowledges Wu Chen as his future son-in-law. No, the point is not just about acknowledging his son-in-law, the point is that Li Maoren recognizes that Wu Chen might be killing Ding Ruilong. The Li family is teaming up with Wu Chen to defeat the Ding family. Su Ruiwen says, "Ha, and here I thought he was just a brat but he turned out to be a hidden big shot." Li Ruobing thinks, it seems Uncle Su's heart has been shaken, and the only thing left is for him to slowly take it in. Li Ruobing says while leaving, "Uncle, there is something else I have to do with the company, let's end our discussion here today and continue some other time." Su Ruiwen says, "Sure, let's talk next time." Su Ruiwen thinks, I can't just rely solely on her words. I'll have to investigate this matter closely, I have to know what kind of person Wu Chen is. 5 minutes later, on the other side. We see Wu Chen lying on a sofa. We see Wu Yurong's call. Wu Chen says, "Hello? Sister Rome." Wu Yurong says, Li Ruobing told Su Ruiwen everything, and Su Ruiwen asked me out for dinner tonight. What is Li Ruobing doing? What should I say to Su Ruiwen? Wu Chen says, just be honest. Wu Yurong says, my daughter is already 20 years old, should I accuse him of interfering in other people's relationships? Wu Chen says, no, Sister Rome, I just want you to be honest, I will meet you tonight. Wu Yurong says, Are you saying that you knew Su Ruiwen would ask me out for dinner tonight? You had originally planned for the three of us to go together. Okay, I'll see you at 8 p.m. tonight. Scene shifts. We see a hotel. We see lots of food. Su Ruiwen asks, Yurong, how many years have we known each other? Wu Yurong says, Brother Su, it's been more than 30 years. The first time I met you, you were just 19 years old and I was only in the 4th grade. Su Ruiwen says, I've grown old in the blink of an eye. Yurong, my body will give out in a year or two, Xingying has been in the group for a short time, I can't teach her more, and I can't let her go, so, Yurong, for the sake of our friendship over the years, be honest with me. What's going on with Wu Chen? Xingying, and you as well, why did you become his lover? Wu Yurong smiles and says, oh he's handsome, Brother Su. Su Ruiwen says, who isn't aware of your ambition, Wu Yurong? You turned down the top Asian tycoons and the oil princes from the Middle East. But yet you became Wu Chen's lover just because he's handsome? Who would believe that? Wu Yurong says, Brother Su, as a friend, I really just want to advise you, don't be impulsive, everything can be discussed, don't act rashly. Su Ruiwen makes a serious face and asks, are you trying to tell me not to provoke Wu Chen? Wu Yurong also gets serious and says, Brother Su, I hope our friendship can continue, but if something gets out of control, I can't guarantee that I will stand on your side. Su Ruiwen says, Mr. Wu. He's here too? That's good, we can talk more openly then. Wu Chen says, Boss Su, we meet again. Su Ruiwen says, Mr. Wu, you really open my eyes. Wu Chen says, Boss Su, you are taking things too seriously. You are Qingying's father, I have to remind you that there are some things that cannot be reversed once you hear them. Are you sure you want to listen? We see Su Ruiwen lift his sleeves. He thinks, such a blatant threat. It seems that you don't take me, Su Ruiwen, seriously. Su Ruiwen says, I heard that Mr. Wu is an information broker, and that your sources of information even reach a somewhat mystical level. I'm curious, does Mr. Wu know how my scar came about? Wu Chen says, Boss Su, this scar has been around for a long time. Su Ruiwen thinks, I just spouted some meaningless bullshit. The only people who have seen and know the reason are me, my wife, and my brother Tang Deyong. Wu Yurong surprisingly thinks, Brother Su is testing Wu Chen's true ability. Wu Chen's next words will influence Brother Su's final decision. Wu Chen says, 30 years ago, on the afternoon of October 8, 1990, Mr. Su, you in your early 20s, went to northern Myanmar with Tang Deyong. Su Ruiwen thinks, the right time, place, and person as well, this kid. Wu Chen continues, Boss Su went to take part in the Imperial Jade Mine and had a conflict with another group of buyers. You had to break out of there with Tang Deyong, but that night, the gang chased you again. If you hadn't blocked the knife with your hand, Boss Su, you would have died there. Boss Su shot back in self-defense and had no choice but to kill all those people. Su Ruiwen says, that's right, I killed someone. The events of over 30 years ago are still vivid in my memory. By the way, what else does Mr. Wu know about me? Wu Chen says, a lot actually, for example, you and Hime Wan, do you need me to go into more detail? Wu Yurong thinks, Hime Wan, the core of the second generation of the He family in the capital, a family not weaker than the Li family at all. There's a history between Brother Su and Hime Wan? That means his picture-perfect marriage has flaws. As a friend for 30 years, I cannot continue to listen to such secrets. Wu Yurong says while leaving, Brother Su, you can take your time in your discussion with Wu Chen. I'll be leaving first, if there's anything else you need, call me. If you like my video please share and subscribe.